Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Nate here with Packer Family Automotive in Bourbon Overland. So, my wife's Jeep. It's a 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. Has the 4.0 straight six in it. Last year I replaced the engine, and I've noticed that ever since then, when I'm sitting at an idle, the engine will actually run really hot. It'll creep up to about 3/4 of the temperature. Or of the temperature gauge. But while you're driving, it cools down, stays around 210 degrees. I actually fixed it. A pretty simple fix. As some of you may know, a lot of these Jeeps come with the provisions for a mechanical engine-driven fan. So I'm actually sitting here. I've been sitting here about 5. Normally, it would creep up over the 210 mark, and it is currently, let me shut the door, 109 degrees outside. So obviously we live in Phoenix, and it has stayed right there for probably about, I've been driving the vehicle around for about 10-15 minutes, and it stayed there for the whole time. What we did is, because there is a fan clutch available for this vehicle, but there's no fan blade available aftermarket. So what I ended up doing is, I had a recent customer that had an 01 Dodge Dakota with a 4.7 liter V8. These Jeeps came with the same V8, but the fan clutch and fan was not also an option on some of these vehicles. So I was able to just order a fan that is for that 01 Dodge Dakota, and the fan clutch that I got for this vehicle, which is basically the same fan clutch as what the Dakota uses, and installed it. I'll show you what we got here. So we installed it. As you can see, I got an electric fan. It's going like crazy, but the engine still was having a hard time keeping it cool. So we put this fan clutch in, and ever since we put fan clutch in, it has been working awesome. So if you're having a similar issue with this Jeep, I'll show you, 01 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4-wheel drive. If you're having a similar issue, just know that you can put a mechanical fan on, and it will fix your issue. Now with this one, I did have to kind of modify and bend the blades a little bit so it would not hit the compressor pulley. As you can see right down there, it's kind of close. It's probably about a 1/4 inch away from the pulley, but that's plenty of room. I was able to get it on without having to remove the fan shroud, and it works great. That's your tech tip of the day for if you have one of these Jeep Grand Cherokees. Great little rigs. So just, if you got a problem, try and figure it out. Just like I did, there's parts available that I could make this work and get it to where it's not overheating. On the highway, stays around 210, but just when you come to a stop, it would start creeping up. So I didn't, obviously, after putting a new engine in last year, I obviously did not want to destroy this new engine. So, but we got it resolved. And let's look at it now. Since we've been talking, it still hasn't changed. So just a good tech tip. Those electric fans, just because they're inside there, they do pull air, they work efficiently, they work great, whatever, but because of how they are designed, they are not going to be pulling enough air through the radiator to keep the engine cool. I don't know why Jeep just didn't either make a separate shroud, put a bigger fan in, or what their thoughts were on this. Obviously, I live in Phoenix, so it's, it gets pretty hot. I guess up in the cooler parts of the country, you're not going to have an issue with it at all. But just because Phoenix, we're dealing with 110 degree, 115, 20 degree temperatures, and keeping your engine cool is very critical. So I am extremely happy with this fix and repair. So hopefully you guys are too. So hopefully you guys get some good information about this, and hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.